Hello and welcome to the Atlantic DeFi podcast. My name is Fidel, and today is September the 15th, and the time is 8:22 Atlantic Standard Time. We are sitting at a Bitcoin at 115,451, Ethereum at $4,524, BNB at $919, which is going to cross the $1,000 mark. So I'll say a crazy story about that in a bit. Solana at 234 and XRP at 299. Fear and greed index is 51 neutral. That means that it's probably going to go down as bullish. So people are going to be greedy. Altcoin season is here. Altcoin season is 71%. So don't get too excited yet, but altcoins are pumping a little bit. And again, we have a market cap of $4 trillion and a volume of $172 billion. Bitcoin still dominating by far, still the largest cryptocurrency, but Ethereum, it is coming up really quick, fast and furious, as we say. BNB is a funny story. I actually bought BNB at $4 and it went up to 20. And I thought, oh, that's a good return. So I sold it. I think I earned like $700 at that point in time. Lo and behold, I would have had way more money if I would have kept the BNB. So again, you never know with these markets. Markets come and go. And again, at this point, Binance was in a lot of trouble when I got the BNB. So I decided to sell because I made good returns, and Binance was in a lot of trouble at that time. So again, that's a story for you. So what do we have today? We have Tether. Tether is the biggest stablecoin in the world, but if you don't know, it's not legal in the US because of certain things that doesn't like it to be legal. One, it's not based in the US. Second, we don't really know how or what is pegged to. At first, it was supposed to be pegged 1-to-1 with the US dollar. Then they changed the story. Then they said like, oh, we have collateral by loans, bonds, and different things. So nobody really knows. They're not very transparent when they say that they're collateralized. It is owned part by Bitfinex, but they've never been very transparent. So the U.S. has never let them to establish legally in the U.S. Now, because of things are changing, new administration, they are coming to launch a new U.S. stablecoin. So they're going to launch a stablecoin dedicated to the U.S., which is going to call UST, USAT, and it's going to be held by the ex-White House staff, Bo Hines. Again, there's a lot of intertwines in this current administration. So again, as open as they are, it is a bit, we know that crypto is held by a bunch of shady characters at some points, but now it's getting to the point that everybody that is within stablecoin is either tied to the government or is tied to the U.S. president. And again, I don't care. Honestly, as long as they can do transparency and they can do it well, more power to them. Again, that's not my business. But this is going to be led by somebody that's, within the White House, or within the U.S. government ties. So now they're going to issue that, and that's what their CEO, Paolo Arduino, said. They're going to have a US based company. It's going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina. I don't know why, but again, doesn't really matter. So that's going to be interesting. Now, the Stablecoin Act is not yet legal. I think it's going to take like 1 or 2 years. I think it's going to be like by 2027 or 2027, it's actually going to be law. And don't expect high yields with banks yet. I think that's going to change, but it's going to definitely change when these big banks start pumping their own stable coins. So that's definitely going to happen. Now, in other news, Coinbase is teasing a layer 2 token with Base. I personally think this is a bad idea. Base is amazing how it is. I think Coinbase should not have a token, but again, to each their own. I think Base is a great layer 2. It works well. You don't really need to have to do with the security. And again, it's more for the newbie. I wish, if I'm a new user in the crypto market, I would definitely recommend Base, because Base is easy. It's easy for a normal person to start, and they don't have to deal with these gas fees and transfer tokens around and wallets around. But again, I'm pretty sure there's some money behind it. So they are trying to put another layer 2 token, which again, Arbitrum, Optimism, Polygon, they all have done it, so they can do it too. I guess I just feel like because Coinbase is centralized and their bread and butter is supposed to be in the exchange and all these products, I don't really see a need. But again, BNB is a great story. BNB is $900 on this Binance, so but yeah, that's happening. They're trying to see. They're probably gonna do an airdrop. That's what everybody does, but we'll see how that turns out. And last but not least, which is a pretty cool story and a skeptical one. Ethereum, the Ethereum Foundation, it forms an AI research team to blend blockchain with AI. Now, Ethereum is the second largest cryptocurrency. It is only logical that they transfer the future, and AI has overpassed crypto markets by a landslide, basically because of the usability. We can use a lot of things in AI. We can use ChatGPT. We can do videos. We can do texts. People do books. People are doing series. People are doing movies. With crypto, it hasn't been that fast, especially in DeFi. DeFi in 2021 had a very boom year, but it was a group. It wasn't really a mainstream thing. It was a couple of people like that were able to do this, and the DeFi summer came. But AI, everybody use AI. Every single one uses AI, so it's almost normal. So some crypto companies to pivot into AI. Near has done that, and it's going really well with their token. However, their founder, Vitalik Buterin, does not agree. He thinks it's a bad idea actually. He doesn't really think it's the best thing for Ethereum to do. I think he says he should focus on things like transparency, how fast it is, composability, because Ethereum is supposed to be the gas of the blockchain world. If you go into things like NFT became because of Ethereum, DeFi became because of Ethereum, stablecoins and things like that. So he says that they should focus on that. How can we get all of these products and try to use it better, try to use it cheaper, faster, and to get more usability instead of pivoting to artificial intelligence. There could be a dilemma about that, but again, Ethereum wants to be in the forefront, so I can understand this, and I can understand why this is happening. So again, we'll see what it turns out. So we're gonna end it up here. This week, check out the Atlantic DeFi newsletter. I got a very cool analysis for you guys. So if you want, just go to the LinkedIn and subscribe there, or just go to AtlanticDeFi.com and you can check it there. Peace out.